I'm Imogen Lamport from Inside Out Style, coming to answer your colour and style questions. See what we've got in the lucky dip today. Elizabeth said, I'm overall dark, high value contrast, so meaning light and dark together. Sophisticated palette, which is cool, dark and muted. I live in Scandinavia and it's autumn here. Which colour combos do I wear to look more autumn-like? I certainly don't wear burnt yellow, orange and olive greens. They're in the stores right now. You don't have to, absolutely, just because autumn colours, and this is why the autumn palette in the seasonal palette system is called autumn, because it relates to those rusts and burnt oranges and yellows and things of many of the leaves of deciduous trees turn at this time of year. If you are in, autumn, at the moment, but of course it doesn't mean you have to wear them. I don't think I've ever worried about feeling the need to wear autumnal colours in autumn just because they are out in stores. And if they are out in stores where you are, it is lucky for the people who have that colouring, because quite often there's often a lot more of the cool colours in stores, particularly blacks and greys and navies, than there are of those warm olives and things. So if you are warm and exotic and autumnal in your tones, time to go shopping by the sound of it. But if we look at a sophisticated palette, really I would just be looking at, you could look at your version of, some greens, blues always work. I always just go work with your signature colours, work with the colours that work best for you. There is no reason to change what you wear just because the seasons change. I always just go with your colours. So if you have your signature colours, just wear those, but you'll just be wearing them in layers or in heavier weight clothing or more winter-like clothing instead of summer clothing. Really, your colours don't change, just how you put them on, what kinds of clothes you'll wear them with. That'll be the major changes. So it's really thinking about that more than changing your colours. Just because the colours are out there doesn't mean they are for you. And there's always a range. The thing I have noticed is that I can go out to stores and there'll be some seasonal trends with colours. And I know Pantone tend to push a few colours saying this is the colour trend of the season. But it doesn't mean you can't get anything else. And I always find there is a variety of colours out there at any one time. Sometimes you'll get some dominant kind of palettes that happen to be more popular than others at any time, but the next season will come along and there'll be something new. So really don't worry about that too much. What can happen though is when you get a little bit fixated on, I'm only seeing, olive or rust or something like that, there is a part of your brain called the reticular activating system. And this is what because there's billions of bits of information that are coming at you at any one time. If you looked around your room, wherever you happen to be right now, and had a quick look around, no more than 5 seconds, and then, can I list all the things that are red now, not looking around, you'd be struggling to list them all. But if you then actually took another look around and went, actually, there's a red thing, and there's a red thing, and there's a red thing, and there's a red... So suddenly you start to see all the red things, because what we've done is we've activated your reticular activating system, and that is seeking things that are like something that you've just placed your focus on. But then if I said, now what are all the green things in your room, you wouldn't be able to do it again until you get that reticular activating system working. So if you are finding that what you're seeing in stores is always, like colours that aren't you, it's because you've started focusing on them rather than focusing on the colours that are the ones that work for you. And you'll be amazed that, look, you'll never find your full palette of colours at any one time. That just never exists. But you will find that there'll be a part of it. And look, and there will be some seasons where maybe only you can find your neutrals. There'll be other seasons where it might be blues. Another season it'll be greens. Another season it'll be reds. But it does change. And that's the thing you have to remember. And this is why the best wardrobes are built over time, because you are not actually ever going to get the full palette of colours at any one time. So always important to remember that when you are looking around. So I would just say, like any sort of colours that relate to your colouring are in your, ideal value and your value and colour contrast. That's what I'd be looking for, rather than worrying about, I must match the trees or whatever is going on outside. You could say, I'm going to match the sky as at sunset, you know, when it goes pinky purple, and they would be in your palettes. You know, however you want to do it, that's totally up to you. So please do keep sending me your questions, Imogen@InsideOutStyleBlog.com, and I look forward to chatting to you again soon. Bye for now.